Nearly every Minecraft player there is would want a cape on their account if they were given the option. Fortunately for them, capes have become very easy to acquire for the general public, thanks to mods like Optifine, LabbyMod, 5zig, Minecraft capes, and more. Many players won't settle for just any cape, and would prefer to have a rare Minecon cape, and as such, a thriving community based on trading and discussing these rare cloaks emerged several years ago, and it's been growing ever since. For some though, even these valuable capes aren't enough. After all, there are tens of thousands in circulation. Instead, these players turn to accounts with special capes, from the exclusive capes owned by players like Drolkus and Julian Clark, to capes given to groups like Mojang staff or builders on the Realms team. These accounts are exceedingly rare, with less of 200 of any type of special cape, and very few have ever made their way into the public eye. However, something that many players don't know is that some of these rare capes have disappeared over the past years, with Mojang staff accounts being hacked or deleted, exclusive capes being removed from players with no notice, and more. This is the story of the lost Minecraft capes. We'll start off with the 3 special capes that we know of at least that were deleted, and the first of these is Ashrafi. Not much is known about Ashrafi other than that it was owned by one Ellie Ashrafi, who apparently is, or most likely was, a customer support agent at Mojang. I don't have any contact for them unfortunately, otherwise I'd ask what actually happened to their account. A working theory is that Ellie left the company a while ago, apparently after August of 2017 based on the Minecraft credits, and deleted their account, but we don't really have any way of knowing whether that's the truth or not. The account doesn't show up anywhere on NameMC or MC skin history, but fortunately you can still see the username on this old archived list of Mojang capes, and since the account was never fully deleted, you can still see it in a few parts of the API, and I'll leave a link to one of them in the description. After Ashrafi, we have an account that I believe I've actually talked about before, briefly in another video of mine, the one about deleted OG accounts. That account is Lil_Jeffy. Jeffy used to be an active player on servers like MineZ, and he happened to have a rare translator cape. On July 4th of 2018 though, the name was changed from Lil Jeffy to Lil Jeffy Com, and another account named Big Jeffy with a 2015 and 2016 Minecon cape changed its name to Lil Jeffy just 15 minutes later. Then, just a few months back, the original account was deleted. Now, when I talked about Lil Jeffy Com before, I said that I thought he abandoned the account, which technically isn't wrong, but I admittedly didn't do enough research about it. While I was making this video, I remembered that a similar situation happened with another account by the name of Wedro, which also happened to be a translator cape. In Wedro's case, his account was hacked, the name was changed to Wedro Compromise because I guess they ran out of space for the rest of the word, and a new Wedro account popped up with a translator cape enabled on it. Based on Lil Jeffy's name change, it seems like that account may have also been compromised by someone completely unknown, which would explain how his name was able to be instantly taken by a new account, and why he left the account in the first place. Just like with Wedro, one of the accounts was soft deleted, and when Mojang converted all soft deleted accounts to become almost hard deleted, Lil Jeffy Com disappeared, except for just a few old archives of NameMC, a broken UUID at the bottom of the translator cape list, and select parts of the API that still allow you to search Lil Jeffy Com exclusively by his unique user ID. Finally, we have the account The Discordia. We have very little knowledge about this account, similar to Ashrafi, but based on this guy's Reddit, he seems to have an interest in computer science and he might work as a coder at Mojang. Regardless, at one point his account was actually deleted and then brought back from the dead. It doesn't seem like he ever quit Mojang or got hacked, so it's a bit of a mystery why the account was deleted in the first place. We don't know exactly when it happened either. Based on archive.org, the account was missing on October 10th of 2019, and then it was seen again on March 29th of 2020. So either it wasn't ever searched on NameMC until after October 10th and then deleted between that time and March, it was deleted before October 10th and brought back by March, or it was deleted after March but before July 24th, which is the first mention of The Discordia that I can find. I know it sounds confusing, and that's because it is. Anyways, we know a fair bit more about the rest of the accounts that we'll be discussing, so let's move on. Next up, we have a trio of accounts that were actually compromised, or in other words, they got hacked by Minecraft players that shouldn't have had any access to the account at all. And we'll start with Apel. Besides having a username that I've literally never typed right on the first try, Apel also has the elusive Mojang staff cape, that is, according to mcname.info and old NameMC archives. When you look at the account on modern NameMC though, there's no cape at all, and the Mojang API confirms that the cape April once had has now completely disappeared. Well, the reason for that would be that April was actually hacked at some point in time, and we wouldn't know who if that hacker hadn't left his Discord linked to the NameMC. When you click on the link, it gives you the Discord profile of a Polish account jacker by the name of Persian Gulf. Remember that name, because we're talking about him next. Anyways, Persian Gulf, also known as Alyssa, managed to gain access to April's account with the Mojang cape, possibly to sell it since Alyssa has sold other types of cape accounts in the past. Unfortunately, shortly thereafter, Mojang found out that the account had been stolen, and instead of just pulling it back, they opted to remove the cape from the account. I don't know exactly when, but at some point before May 30th of this year. Considering that the account hasn't gotten the cape back or been active since then, it's a fairly safe bet that whoever originally owned this account doesn't work at Mojang anymore and probably doesn't play Minecraft anymore. I also doubt they would let Alyssa continue to use the account, so they've probably locked it as well. Let's move to the next cape account, which is Persian Gulf. As you can probably guess, this account is also owned by Alyssa, and it's linked to the same Discord as April. Persian Gulf though is a bit more valuable than April. Okay, a lot more valuable. Although you can't see any of the capes on NameMC now, someone had the smart idea to archive Persian Gulf's NameMC profile on the Wayback Machine in January of this year, and because of that, we can confirm that Persian Gulf wasn't just your ordinary cape account. Not only did it have all 5 Minecon capes, making it one of the rare Minecon pentacape accounts that are highly coveted since there's just 16 that have been known to ever exist, and video about them coming soon I hope, but it also had a Mojang Classic cape. That makes for a total of 6 different capes, and by the way, only 4 of those have ever existed. This account, Fox, which is locked, Mark, which has 10 capes and is owned by a Mojang staff, and another Persian account that we'll be talking about right after this one. For now though, let's focus on Persian Gulf. I'm not sure when it was originally hacked, but the account was in Alyssa's hands by December 9th of 2019. He was able to play on it as much as he wanted, and even used it as his alias on Discord and other sites. On February 7th though, Persian Gulf had all of the capes removed, and the account was locked, never to be used again. This brings us to the next and last hacked account, which has a very similar story. That account is Persian Cat. This is that other Persian account with 6 capes that we were talking about. Just like Gulf, 5 of those capes are the full collection of capes from the Minecon conventions. Instead of a classic Mojang cape though, there's a modern Mojang cape on Persian Cat. Based on the name changes, Persian Cat seems to have actually been hacked not once, but twice. Ignoring the first 4 names, which notably include one from December of 2014, months before name changing was officially added to Minecraft, there's an outlier in the name history. The account's name was changed to Harabi_xcitrus0 on August 8th of 2019, and 26 hours later changed back to Persian Cat. Harabi and xcitrus are both Polish hackers that are known for cracking various types of cape accounts, but they usually just stick to accounts with 1 or 2 Minecon capes. An account with 5 Minecons and a Mojang cape was way out of left field. Clearly it was fixed within just over a day, but they still left their mark on a pretty insanely valuable account. The second hack seems to have come around December of 2019, or maybe a bit earlier, just like with Persian Gulf. For over 2 months, a hacker by the name of Maliz, who gained access to the account, was able to use it pretty freely without getting caught. But on February 7th, just like with Persian Gulf, the account had all of the capes removed. We don't know if it was locked, but if Gulf is anything to go off of, I highly doubt that Maliz still has any access to Persian Cat. With Fox being locked, and the capes on Persian Cat and Persian Gulf being removed, 3 out of the 4 Hexacape accounts are gone, and likely never coming back. That does it for the main accounts, those that got hacked or deleted. There's still 2 more things that I want to talk about, but they are quite a bit different than the other situations. One of these is an exclusive cape that used to exist in the very early days of Minecraft, but has since disappeared, never to be seen again. The other one is a cape that never actually existed, but came very, very close. Firstly, we'll talk about that exclusive cape, and of course, I'm talking about Micley. Now, Micley isn't exactly unknown to much of the Minecraft community. He's been talked about by a lot of big YouTubers like FitMC, AntVenom, IBXToyCat, and so on. Unfortunately though, I've never seen any of them talk much about the actual history behind the name besides the very basics, and there's actually a fair amount of video footage of Micley that they seem to have missed. The story of Micley begins on May 30th of 2010, when he entered the community with his first YouTube video entitled Minecraft, Why Pigmen our win. See, Micley was a very big fan of the idea of the Pigman mob, and for months he made videos about this non-existent mob that he was clearly very passionate about. On October 22nd of that same year though, pigmen were actually scheduled to come into the game, and Micley took that as an opportunity to add something great to Minecraft. He tweeted Notch to replace the normal pigmen with undead pigmen that would live in the nether, zombie pigmen, which was a planned addition to Minecraft that would be coming within just a week or two from that tweet. And Notch responded very positively, replying that he thought it was awesome and asking if he could add it to the game, which of course Micley agreed to. Fast forward a few months later, and Notch rewarded Micley with his very own self-designed bacon cape on January 12th of 2011. Of course, Micley really enjoyed this, and for his next few videos he proudly showcased it to both his fans and his haters, which by the way there were many of. Just 11 days later though, the cape was gone. It turns out that a lot of other people wanted their own personal cape, and they spammed Notch and the other members of the Mojang team so much that they had to remove Micley's cape just to get it to stop. Unfortunately, Micley never ended up getting his cape back, but he seemed to still take it pretty well, so no hard feelings between him and Mojang, and it ended on a good note. Now we move to the other cape, which I've never actually seen mentioned anywhere on YouTube or in the community before now. Similar to the Hoek Squad situation I talked about in my DDoSing video, I just randomly came across this while researching for another video and thought it was really interesting. Back in the early days of Minecraft, and we're talking late 2010, early 2011, there was a clan of Minecraft players named Team Abolition, who was very well known for their viral videos of Minecraft griefing. We won't get into too much detail about the griefing itself since it isn't really relevant here. After about a year of constant fame from these videos and their infamy on Minecraft servers they played, one of Team Abolition's brothers made a website for a pirated version of Minecraft, and Minecraft found it and gave him a cease and desist, which basically meant he needed to take down the website or he would be sued. When Abolition caught wind of this though, in their typical unserious fashion, they challenged Mojang to a quick match, and Mojang agreed. No matter what, the website would be taken down, but they also came up with some other terms. If Mojang won the match, Abolition would have to make a dubstep song for them. If Abolition won though, each member of the clan would be given a brand new exclusive ice cream cape, which was a reference to an inside joke about Abolition deserving ice cream. So, the match was on, and when it was finished, it was posted to Abolition's official YouTube channel. The results though weren't what you might have expected. This clan, famous for their gaming videos, was absolutely destroyed by Mojang's team, which was made up of Notch, Jeb, and Capiche. The two games that they did ended in scores of 66-29 and 71-60, both won by Mojang. The ice cream capes that Abolition would have won never came into existence, and the story of their competition slowly faded into the past. That's it for the video, boys. Hope y'all enjoyed. I really don't have much to say here other than to come check out my Discord server if you haven't already, and yeah, have a good one. I'm out. Peace.